Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we are in the truck today and we are kicking off our last video for the Corvette upgrade little series that we're doing. So you will have previously seen us do the cooling upgrade. You know, we added the heat exchanger from a C7. Then you saw us just do the exhaust upgrade with the 2-inch headers. And the last kind of part for this upgrade is going to be involving the fuel system. Now, if you guys watched the previous videos, the dyno videos, you will know that we basically were at, I think we're at 90%, 80 or 90% max capacity on our current, I think we have FIC 1000s, or 1000 cc's, yeah, that's what they are. And we ran out of injector on pump gas on 93. So PCM basically was like, hey, you're gonna need a bigger set of injectors. And I knew a buddy of mine had an LSA supercharged G8 Alton, and he actually recently parted out his car. He went back to stock NA and then sold everything. And so he had his set of injectors laying around, and basically what he had were FIC 1300s, which are good for about 1,000 wheel on E85. And I mean, that would be a great goal to get 1,000 wheel on E85, but I don't think we'll be there just yet. I'm not running the smallest pulley on the blower. And then the other issue we're running into is cubic inches. The 2650s really like a lot of cubic inches, and guys, we basically have a stock 6-liter. So yeah, we're obviously lacking the 427 or bigger cubic inch that some other people are putting out there. So yeah, Alton sent me his injectors, and I am going up to Customs by Bigun. He's it's either Bigun or Bigun, I don't know how to exactly say it, but he's up in Mooresville, near Mooresville Dragway. He's actually right down the street from Pete Harrell, Harrell Engine and Dyno. That's the guy that has been tuning Mullet over at Cletus. And also, I think he built, Harrell also built the LS motor that's currently in Leroy. So should be in pretty good company. And also Mike Finnegan from Roadkill, he's gone up here too. He went to Eric's shop. Eric Yost is the owner. He went up to Eric's shop, and actually he had his injectors cleaned there. So kind of watching those YouTube videos is how I knew, you know, of a local tuner for the Holly stuff, as well as a injector guy, and Eric has the tool for that. So we're gonna go ahead and drop these off and get them professionally cleaned. I think they've been out of Alton's car for probably like a year or two, so they've just been sitting around. They don't smell like fuel, so they don't, you know, there's not like any raw fuel in them. But to start this project out right, you know, I want to make sure everything's good to go. So go ahead, get the injectors cleaned, and go from there. So we've got, just about a 30-minute drive. All right, so I think this is just like a shop in the guy's backyard. Something like that. So
take the next right, then your destination
okay,
on the right.
I think I see a sign. I think it says it's over here back behind the cow. So all right, well, we're here. Let's go drop off these injectors and see what they can do. All right, guys, we have dropped off the injectors, and let's head home. Here are some happy cows surrounded by horsepower. All right, guys, so that's kind of what you expect from a small shop. It's just running a business out of his backyard, and had some really cool cars in there. I think he had looked like a full tube chassis S10, and he was working on a hot rod. So yeah, these guys do all kinds of work. And to tell you where we are, Mooresville Drag Strip is no more than a half mile up this road on the right. So this is Wilkinson Road, and we're gonna head back to Huntersville, kind of going the back way. All right, guys, we are back from the injector cleaner shop. I think it's Customs by Bigun, Custom by Bigun. I'm not sure how you say that, but like I said, so he had the injectors for about a week. I dropped them off on Monday. They were ready on Friday, but by the time he reached out to me, I didn't have time to go to the shop. So I picked them up the following Monday. So we had them for 7 days. Not a bigger deal. Not like the car's ready for the injectors anyway. But yeah, so he cleaned the injectors. We'll show you that here. And so yeah, all of the injectors averaged out to be about 127 pounds per hour, gallons per hour, whatever it is. These are 1300 cc injectors from FIC, like I said earlier, and I think they're rated at 130. These registered out at 127, which is fine, and so that's within spec. And yeah, so the injectors are ready. Now what we got to do is install the injectors, but guys, we're not going to show you that. That's pretty simple. Take the fuel rail out, plug the injector in, put the clip on, you're good to go. But I do want to show you HP tuners. All right, guys, so I'm going to have to do 2 recordings here. One is going to be of Excel, the other one's going to be HP tuners. So let's just show you the Excel spreadsheet first. This is what came from my injector manufacturer, so FIC. These are the FIC 1300s, like I said. Things you want to pay attention here are the flow rate versus pressure. For my car, it's an LS2, so we're going to want the flow rate and the scaled rate. I believe we're going to be using more of the flow rate. And then down here, you got your minimum injector pulse, your short pulse correction. You'll have the pulse width, as well as the adder. We'll have to add that later. This is going to be the injector offset versus volts, and there's going to be some KPA in here. So we're going to copy this whole table into HP tuners, and that's pretty much it. So, all right, so we have HP tuners open. We're going to go to File, Open Your Tune. We've got this one here, and we've got the tune loaded. So go the engine button, and then you can go to Fuel, and right here, this middle column is where all of that information that we're going to get. So we had flow rate versus KPA. This was a column on the Excel spreadsheet. You would copy that information in here, paste it. The rest of these, the volts, the IAT, these were all just set to 1. Minimum injector pulse. This information was also on the Excel spreadsheet, so copy that into here. You're going to paste it. And then your offsets, it's currently set to vacuum. I think that's fine. The only one we're really worried about here is going to be offset versus volts versus vacuum. And this colorful graph right here, this was that main chart at the bottom of the Excel spreadsheet. Had the LS2, you know, your injector volt over here, and your KPA manifold vacuum on the top. Copy that table into here. And that is pretty much going to be it. There's one more thing. And at the very bottom here, there was that short pulse adder. Click that, and you're going to copy that row from the Excel spreadsheet into here. And that should get you close. I'm not going to say this is going to be a perfect tune, but this should get you aligned with what they want from the injector company and what HP Tuners is going to want just so your car runs. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this injector video. You know, we got the new injectors. Took them out, got them clean, brought them back, shows you the HP tuners information you got to do. Then the last thing we got to do is actually install them. But like I said, that's 10 minutes. It's not that important, and it's not really all that fun. So, but when you do install them, make sure you put a little bit of lubricant on the O-rings. You don't want those things binding up, and replace them if you have to, because I don't know how old those injector O-rings are. We probably should replace them because, like I said, those have been sitting in a bag for a couple years, and that wouldn't hurt. So, I had to go get those ordered, get that in, we'll get these injectors in. Now all that injector information I just showed you, I'm actually going to send that to my tuner, PCM of North Carolina. They're going to tune it, they're going to send it back, and we should be good to go. So yeah, when this car is finally ready to be fired up, we'll load that new tune, we'll show you that in a future video, and we'll go from there. If you guys want to see that video, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, and if you guys want to help support the channel, check out all the links down below. Make sure you check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com, and that's going to be it. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.